Welcome to another exciting episode of DeFi Expectations. Today, I'm really excited to have on a good friend and individual who I met at Stellar Meridian, Mateus from CSG Academy. And we're going to be talking about things today like gamification, the options that are available in the future that's available with Stellar, and also making blockchain and decentralized finance accessible in regions like Latin America, Brazil, and beyond. So I'm excited that you got the chance to come watch the show today. And just wanted to start with a brief intro. Won't get into it too long, but just to say, about a year ago today, if you had told me that I would be hosting a podcast live from Georgia, that I would, at the end of this month, have been to 10 countries, when at that time, 1 year ago, I was agoraphobic, hadn't left my own home country, was afraid of flying, so forth, I'd tell you were crazy. So I just wanted to share this to say that there's always another chance to turn things around. If you are not doing what you want to do with your life, go for it. You never know how many days you have left, so make them count. But yeah, I just wanted to introduce Mateus. Mateus, thank you for coming on today. Also, Sank Spirals on X, and yeah, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So, Mateus, would you like to introduce yourself and just tell me a bit about yourself and how you got involved in decentralized finance?
Okay, hello guys, GM. My name is Mateus. I also know by the name of Sank Spirals. That's my NFT collection that I have on. I think is some of the blockchains, but the blockchain that I have the most of my arts is Polygon. But today I have some of them on Tesos on XTZ, right? And let's talk about a little bit of me. And I started with the Web3 ecosystem when I lost my job in 2019 2020 with the pandemic coming here to Brazil. And after that I was watching stream from Gaules, and on this stream I saw some guys in the chat talking like about from a game called X Infinity. I think you know. And after that, I started to search a little bit of this game. And at this time, I was graduated in digital games here in Brazil. And none of my teachers have talked with us the Web3 games, the GameFi that we have right now, but on the GameFi that we have like years ago. And when I saw that you can play and earn money with this, it was so mind blowing. It was awesome, really really awesome. And after that, after searching a little bit of the game and know how the ecosystem works, I was trying to enter in a scholarship here in Brazil. And the first one that I was entered was like 30% to me, and the rest of the and this I think it was 66% for the locator, the guy that have the account on the X Infinite. And it was my first time using something from the Web3 ecosystem. And after that, I was entering some of the communities from the Web3 ecosystem, not only the X Infinite ecosystem, but I was entering some of the games that don't have don't have in any type of site or something like that right now, because a lot of it was a scam. And I was not on searching but studying the ecosystem, and it was really tough, not road, but I forgot the word right now, but a really tough way to enter in the Web3.
Rough introduction.
Yes. But after that, I was studying more about blockchains, more about NFTs, more about the DeFi ecosystem that we have here in the Web3 ecosystem. And I getting loved. I was bro. When I get to know that we can make the money work for me in not my work for the money, it was my
Yeah.
really mind blowing. And I saw when I get some of the money sleeping, it was the best part.
Oh, I
And
bet.
after
No, and
that, I bring it Cruiser Games to life, and we are with this with a company that is getting big and bigger at day by day. And it was really awesome this journey that we have with Crystal Games Academy, and know some of the people that need to know how the Web3 ecosystem works in not only the hard way that you enter in the Web3 and you enter in a scan, and after that you lost a lot of money. No, no, no. We want to make a easier way, yeah, right, a way that you have some challenge, but some controlled challenge, right, with our exercise, with our classes, with our content that we have not only in the internet, but we have in our content that we bring to our students, right. And I
wonderful.
think
No,
that's it.
no, that's
Is a
really
little
that
bit
was
of
a
my
really
history.
Yeah, that's a really great introduction. No, it's interesting too because we have some parallels there. Because actually, I also had a big career change during the pandemic. I was working in regenerative medicine, what some people call stem cell therapy, and as you can imagine, experimental cell procedures in the middle of a pandemic. It wasn't, people were being very careful about their spending at that time. So trying to have people spend money on experimental procedures like that during that time, the audience for it became very small. I had to definitely consider some different things, even though like that was a big part of what I was doing was marketing for like medical industry, specifically with a focus on regenerative medicine. And even when I bought my house during that time, my parents were questioning my decision making, and it was crazy because they're pretty strong conservatives, and I was leaving California. I had everything packed up. I'm ready to go buy my house. I went through all these loops and hoops just to get this done, and my parents are telling me, because I'm going to Nevada, Las Vegas to buy my home. Oh, you better get out of California. They're going to be closing the border, those liberals. It was freaking hilarious. Like the things that they were saying, I'm like, guys, it's going to be okay. Like, I'm sure it's not this big thing they're making it out to be, even though I guess it kind of was, depending on how you perceive it. They made it a big thing for sure. And yeah, a lot of people died. It was crazy. But like they
Yes,
were they were they were they were terrified about what the future was going to be, and they're like, you've
a
went through all
lot.
this effort to buy a house. Maybe this isn't the right time, right? But I remember like quotes from different investors that and I don't mean to say this in reference to COVID, but like in reference to any kind of rough financial time, when there's blood on the streets is when you want to buy. That's where the opportunity is, right? You buy when people are panicking, right? I mean, we had low rates on mortgages then. House prices were really good compared to what they are now in the United States, and I was able to get in at a really good rate with a low house payment, and being able to sell that home 5 years later is what actually financed my move here. So it was like a great opportunity, but it was also a great opportunity for other money movements, like what was
Yes,
happening in decentralized finance, right? And what you talk about with money games, I know you're literally talking about games and games that incentivize you through financial rewards, but people were calling just the yield farming and token yielding strategies that were happening at that time. They were calling that money games too. I mean, because you
yeah,
look at
we
these.
have like a game, not only the financial product that we have here. I know that it was in 2001, 2002. We have a lot of games that only are species of yield farming, but some of the games resistant to today, like Sunflower Land. Sunflower Land is one of the most games that survive until today, because the developers told all the players that the game is not a financial product. It's a game, bro. You need to relax. just play the game.
Yeah.
That's it. Just play the game. It's easy. It's not difficult. Just play a game.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what's really cool is understanding that strategy of what makes something work. Really understanding the financial system is understanding incentives, but the incentive of having fun is also really important, and that's kind of what I wanted to start with regards to CSG Academy. Can you tell me a little bit about what differentiates CSG Academy in terms of gamification, in terms of the fun that you can have, and also the educational experience? Because a big part of what you're doing here is making it so that people who may not be so used to these types of things, they're used to Call of Duty, they're used to other types of games, they don't understand, integrating cryptocurrency and incentive models and staking maybe. I mean, how do you make all that tangible, and what makes CSG Academy stand out in that goal?
Yeah. It's awesome that you ask this because in CSG Academy, born as not only educational program but democratization way to see the not only to see but to bring the people the Web3 ecosystem, right? We started with only one course, right? But today we have like four. I think it's like 4 or 5 courses right now, and we have like Rabbit Journey, right? The CSG Play and the CSG Art. And we have the mentorship and consultory here in CSG Academy, and uh, the difference that we have from other people here in Brazil, it's like because we know that Brazilian people love to play games, and it is the best way that we can teach some people about the Web3 ecosystem, because everybody play games, everybody love to play games, right? And even the people that like 60 years, or the people that the child that have like 3 or 6 years love to play games. I know that the people that have like more age, like people that are older, like 60, 60s, 50, 50 years old, like to play like a Candy Crush, and
Yeah.
the child that wants to play. To play in their cell phone, like to play like Free Fire and PUBG, or sometimes
I always remember
other
Angry
games.
Birds too. Angry
Yeah, or
Birds.
Angry Birds. But here in the Web3 ecosystem, we have uh, a lot of not only games, but a lot of way to enter in the ecosystem. You can enter with games. It's the way, and it's the way that we have here in CSG Academy. But we have the way that you can enter, like starting with Bitcoin. You can enter by a friend that told you about the ecosystem, and you start to love this place, right? But a lot of people, and there is some of the it's a opinion that I have, and I think that will be bring the 1 billion people to the Web3 ecosystem. That will be games, because bro, think about 2001, 2002, and then 2020 boom market. Uh, what bring the people to the Web3 ecosystem, not only here in Brazil, but in the worldwide, right? It was DeFi. No, it was the Bitcoin. No, it was Ethereum. No, it was like some of the wallets, or something that bring a easy way to start in the Web3 ecosystem. No, it was games, right? Uh, X Infinity start like X system here in Brazil. A lot of people from Brazil here started in the Web3 ecosystem with X Infinity, right? It's a game. It's like a Pokemon game. It's like a Pokemon game, but a lot of people, I think, like 80% of the people that I know here in Brazil started with X Infinity or something like that, or some game of that, right? Because it's the best way to start. It's the way that you just sit in a couch and start play. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Just it. And I think the difference that we have, it's not only the use of the games that to make easier this ecosystem, but we have day by day examples that make easier to understand how like a smart contract works, like an ETF works, and we bring a lot of hands-on examples. Like, if you want to know more about or study more about NFTs, in the class that I was in the student, we made the student make an NFT, and we bring out the funds that they need to start with this NFT, and after that they make a NFT, not only a collection, but one NFT to know how to start, right? Because we when we get like the uh, I uh, the step by step, right, with the students, like we have here in the string, the student get more confident with their studying, right? The student get more uh, not only fidelization, but they get
Confidence.
more not only confident, but more easy way to understand how this works. Because we know
Mm.
that is are so difficult to enter in this ecosystem. Yes, familiar. Yes, more familiar with this ecosystem because when I start with the Web3, the first things that I needed to do it was study, right? But not only this. The first thing that you need to do is to enter the ecosystem, know how to do, right? All right. I need like a digital wallet. How I can do a digital wallet? I need to enter in a tutorial from YouTube to know. I need to do this, do this, do this. I need to write my 12 seed phrase, 12 word seed phrase, and I didn't know what is a 12 word seed phrase and why this is so important. And when we get to this with the students, this get more and more important to the students to know how this works and why you need to write this in a paper, like, because
Mhm.
uh, a lot of people think that if you bring the, like, not only the seed phrase, but if you bring uh, this to a digital way, like in your notebook or in your cell
Notepad or
phone,
something.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's secure, but it's not the case, right? I We know that every every single byte that we have in the internet is not secret, because we know that the people that not are good people, the bad people know, will know a new way to get your data, right?
Hmm.
Every day. And this is dangerous, right? And when you get the not only this information of your seed phrase, but a lot of other informations like passwords or something like that that are only personal data, you get more secret about that, right? And it's the way that we teach our students. You need to get this, not only this tip, but every classes we made this. Yeah, okay, the NFT you need to do this, to do this, to do this, but in the blockchain you need to know this, you need to know this uh, secret tip. You know that when you get a transaction, you know that this transaction will be secret Block Explorer, and you can search it for this Block Explorer. This transaction on a Block Explorer, right? And we teach our students like that, right? With these hands-on classes, because it's the way that you not the it's the way that the student will get the better way to let me see.
Well, they're
Uh,
learning it iteratively, like they're learning it step
yeah,
by step. Because, like, two things you said that I really loved. One, you talk about everything as a game, which is really true because, like, games are built on incentives, financial products are built on incentives. And when you kind of look at everything and why DeFi Summer was as big as it was the games that was involved. It was like the strategies you made to try to get as many tokens as you could, but also like you have these
yeah,
literal games coming out of this technology and people trying to learn about them. The other thing that I loved is, you're talking about teaching people from the ground up best practices. And like, it's really funny.
yes,
Like you really
that's the
have
way.
to, yeah, you really have to, because like I have a translator here in Georgia who helps me with business setup. Like I do business incorporation, offshoring kind of things. And they make it pretty accessible for foreigners like me. But at the same point, you have to have a translator because they just won't even deal with you. Even if you try to use your phone to translate, like, no, they have to know that you know what's going on. So like, she
Yeah,
kind of like, she speeds up the process and does this for me. But anyway, she wanted to learn about crypto, right? So I was showing her the basics of setting up a MetaMask wallet. And I felt like I was very clear with her. And keep in mind, she's a translator. So she speaks and writes
yes,
Georgian, but she speaks English, like, she's supposed to anyway. And so I was very clear with her about, you need to write your seed phrase down. Ideally, I said, but since you're getting started, maybe you're not going to put a lot of money in the wallet. If you just want to copy it to a notepad for now, fine. But I'm just telling you, that's not the most secure way to do it. Ideally, you want to just have it written down on a piece of paper at home. And I thought I was really
yeah,
clear with her about this. I'm like, this is your public address. This is your seed phrase, right? And I sent her like $5 at Ethereum just to show her how it worked. You know what I mean? No big deal. And
yeah,
it was literally like a week later, she's messaging me on
yeah.
WhatsApp and she's like, I lost my seed phrase. Is my money gone? I'm like, how
Yeah,
did you lose your seed
that's
phrase?
why I told all my students to use a piece of paper, because today that we have a word that it was so much connected. The best way to to store your seed phrase is in a piece of paper, not only in a notebook, in your cell phone, or even like a hot wallet or a cold wallet, bro. The best way, the more secure way to store your seed phrase or something like that is a piece of paper, bro. It's something that's millennial. Have like more, I think, the 1,000 years.
It's really funny though, like how that still is the best way. And working in OPSEC, that's what I always tell people to do. I think she still has it on her phone. She was just panicking. I'm like, there's another way. Like, unless you deleted MetaMask, it's fine, and it's $5. My God, but like, please listen to me. Like, you have to keep your seed phrase. So like, you basically talked about CSG as like a full journey. Like, I mean, this is what I saw on your deck, and this is what we've talked about previously, and what you're kind of alluding to here as well. You describe it as kind of like a full journey from zero to a professional builder. So
Yes.
and you kind of describe that journey a bit, starting with like the minor details, like how do I set up a wallet? How do I get a seed phrase? So can you tell me a little bit more about that journey? Like, you don't have to give me the whole journey, but maybe just like the basics of like one step to professional builder. Like, what's that journey look like to kind of get
Okay,
there for your
okay.
typical student?
Uh,
Yeah.
it's awesome to talk about, because here we have our first class. It's a free class that the students walked into digital wallets and exchange. And in the classes, we made the students how to set up like a MetaMask, and how to set up account in an exchange, right? And we talk about a little bit of some of the more common structures that they have on Web3 system, like liquidity pool, like smart contract, and cold wallet, right? Like a ledger or something like that, right? And after that, we have classes about blockchain, and we talk the technical specifications of a blockchain. We talk about how a blockchain works, how they works in a practical way, right? And when we get in this class, I enter in some of the most famous blockchain explorers to just to peraí, to show the student that blockchain is something that is alive, right? I After that, I think after that we have a class for coins and tokens and how this works, right? Because and why the Bitcoin is considered a money like a coin, right? And why like SLP or HZS, AXLs from X Infinity is considered a token, and we have this reflection for the students to know why some of the tokens that we have in the blockchain are not considered money or not considered a coin, and some of them considered a token, right? After that, we talking about NFT. I think it was no. We talk about NFTs, right? And in this class, we talking about why people buy NFTs, why people want to know more about NFTs, why people wanted to sell NFTs, and why we need to bring not only to bring, but why people want to create an NFT collection, and why you can. Not why, but to where you can start your NFT collection and how to bring NFT to life, right? That's one of our exercise. And after that, we talked about NFT games, and we bring some of the security tips, right? To not only the student be more confident, but to know how a really big project in the NFT games works, right? Like we use Sunflower Land in this class, and we talk about some of their scans that they have in 2001, 2020, right? Like a PVU or something like that. We know that some of these games, I think, right, is my opinion. Some of these games it was a scan, but the way that supposed to do and supposed to enter in the ecosystem works like a scan. Because a lot of them pay it a lot and bring a lot of tokens, and this bring it the death to the project, right? And we talk about this because a lot of this project went enter like really big in entertainment, and it was see as was a good project, right? And why this works so bad, right? And let me see on the document. I think the next class is security tips. Not only security tips, but the basics of security here
So you
in
have regular
the
classes too that people are
yeah
welcome to attend. Nice. Would you
yeah
say that Sunflower Land is one of the ways that you kind of make the classes like more immersive and kind of
yeah
gamified? Like people can actually engage in a gamified way to learn how this all works.
Let me see here. All right. After yes, after the part of the NFT games, we have the part from the security and the scans in NFT projects and how you can prevent this. Right. After these classes that we it's all about security, we have graphic. Acho que let me see this word because I don't know how to say this in English.
No problem.
Yeah,
No problem. Take your
graphic analysis, and the
Ah,
basic
okay.
of the transactions and this word, right? And we can see like MACD, RSI, right? How a candle works and how a graphic works. And after that, we have classes about DeFi, and after that we have two conceptual mentoring that the students want to know more about and what the subject the student want more about, but it's not only that. uh, 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 okay, before this two consultor mentor, we have a forms that the complete to so you can know how the investor wait, let me see here. Pa, pa, pa. Yeah, the investor profile and the student is, so we can bring in a letter to him with this profile, right? And that's it from the journey. After that, we have the CSG art that we have some of these classes in here, but the different class that we have is we have an exclusive class for this journey right here. That's the CSG art. This is from the difference from let me see here. Uh, pa, pa, pa. Yeah, target audience and persona, right? I know that you know what is a persona. Okay. Okay,
I've
okay.
got many personas.
No problem. And after that, we have the CSG play, right? The CSG play, we use the Sunflower Land because Sunflower Land is a project that live for like I think in this year are completing 4 years, and it is just in a clicking game like happy farming, right? I don't know if you have played these games in your country, but here in Brazil is very common to a lot of people playing the Facebook app,
Yeah.
happy farming, and with this we use a lot of the not only the docs but we have the student enter not only the game but understanding how the game works and how a lot of infrastructure and structures from the not only the game but the arbitrary system works, but by hand, right? And like we have the diary chest, right? And in this diary chest we needed to uh, complete a transaction with them, right? You can do in the Polygon, in the base, or in the X Infinite ecosystem. I don't remember. In the running blockchain. Okay. Uh, we bring the ball to the students to make this transaction works, right? And they have completed the first transaction in the blockchain, right? Not only the first, but I think it's the second, because when you get the NFT class, you need to make a transaction to break the mind of the NFT, right? But in the Sunflower Land, you have a lot of concepts that you understand by hand, right? By in a practical way. Okay, and let me think another one. Uh, Another one that we have with the Sunflower Land, not only in Sunflower Land, but is common to us that are so into this ecosystem is like a swap, right? You need to
Mm-hmm.
bring the flower token to like a USDT or USDC, and you need to do a swap in like a Uniswap or something like that to bring this cash to your bank account, right?
Right,
And
you're going to swap to USDC and then off ramp,
yeah,
correct? And
yeah,
that's a whole
yeah,
nother thing to educate people about too, because then you've got
yeah,
smart
because
contracts
we
that you
don't
get to
have
swap
like
and risk.
tutorial on YouTube about that, right? A lot
Yeah.
of things that you bring to the people from the CSG Play or the journey that we have here in the CSG Academy don't have in the YouTube or some or other social medias that you have videos, right? It's this is another definition that we have. A lot of the subjects that we bring in our class is not you can see on the YouTube because it's something that the people that are into in this ecosystem uh, are have do this for day by day, right? Like a swap. The people that the people the students that are here for the first time don't know what is a swap.
Yeah.
We need to teach him what is a swap and how to do this, right? And another thing that we want the student know, it's a bridge.
Mm.
The we know that we have some videos that bring what is a bridge and how this works, but they don't show what you can do and where you can do, right? A
Mm-hmm.
bridge. And we and like in the first class that we have with the students, like um, in the class that we talk about digital wallets and exchange, we bring the student this knowledge because is valuable a lot. Tipo, so know that you can bring like a Nether or a USDC or a USDT from a blockchain to another is something that the a lot of people, even from people that are into in the ecosystem, don't know how to do this. And
Mm-hmm.
bring this in a first class to a student to 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 see that this is possible. It's something that not only decentralized, but is something that are a little bit of mind blowing
No, it sounds like
because we
it.
know.
Yeah, it is because like it's what I love that you've expressed here is like how comprehensive your education is because a lot of people they're just taught how to play the games because if you're trying to onboard somebody, right, that's your primary goal. You want them to play the games, and really, I guess if you're being a bit I don't know if toxic's the word, but I guess your focus may be more on your own incentives, your own objectives, right? You don't want people to sell. You don't want people to off ramp
Yeah.
everything. You want them to play forever, man. Let them figure that out on their own, right? And you deal with this with exchanges too. It's like if you're representing an exchange, right? And we could be in a decentralized space and we can tell people like how easy it is to
Yes.
swap with an exchange, but like how do I off ramp, right? And if how do I on ramp, right? Like there's roadblocks to that with platforms like Coinbase that charge substantially higher fees that you have to like even bring on a certain amount to even make it worthwhile because the fees like will just
Yeah.
eat into your potential profits. It's also bridges. I don't really like particularly working with bridges, but I've had to numerous times, and every time I do, it's nerve wracking because like I've never really got into the technical aspects of what's happening. I understand it generally, right? Probably better than the average bear, but probably the level to
Yes.
which you educate your students about what's going on when you've just bridged some assets. Maybe you've bridged a few hundred or a couple $1,000s, right? And you're used to it taking a minute for you to receive your tokens, but suddenly it takes 30 minutes or an hour, and you're like, oh my God, is my money gone? Like
Yeah.
to have the education in those moments that keeps you from having a panic attack because you
Yeah.
actually know
The
what's
first
going
time that
on.
I think I lost all my phones because like it was like almost 30 minutes to bring the the funds from a blockchain to another, and I think a lot of things my anxiety will going so crazy.
Yeah.
And bring the students this like, bro, this is normal. Some of the breeds are really really slow, and this is common to take like a longer time that you are not supposed to do,
Right. And
right?
then you have to explain things like network congestion, liquidity, and all these things are just, they're nothing to you if you're trying to learn it in the midst of a
Yeah.
crisis. But if you learn it beforehand, you can have at least some peace in that 30 minutes, an hour, maybe 2 hours, depending on the bridge you're using, right? That kind of can make
Yes.
that a little bit calmer of an experience. Like that's another thing I think that's critical to your mental health, right? When you're dealing with these situations. And when I
A
was
lot,
learning
a
about
lot.
CSG, yeah, when I was learning about CSG Academy, it seems like your focus isn't just on economic empowerment, but it's things like mental health, it's things like emotional intelligence. Why would you say that these are important parts of your model? Is it because of situations just like that, where suddenly not having the knowledge can really impact your mental health? I mean,
A
is
lot.
that inspired by your own? Is that inspired by your own journey, like learning
Yes.
to these spaces yourself? I got it. It
Yes,
makes
yes,
sense.
a lot. Because, bro, when I started in with the Web2 system, I was going for like a lot of projects, and a lot of them don't even exist right now.
Mhm.
And it was because I don't know how the ecosystem works, how the project works, how a Bitcoin works, how a Ethereum works, how a Polkadot works. Yeah, and when I started studying these projects and know how the not only these big projects but the small projects works, and how you can get in a project that is bad, or enter in a scan or something like that, because they use a lot of social engineering, and
Mhm.
we know
Mhm.
that how this works. The When you see the first message in your Telegram, in your DM or Telegram, or in your DM on Discord, or in your DM on Instagram, you know that this guy will get a link, and this link will go to a phishing scam.
Yeah.
Because they work a lot, not different but equal way. Like, hello, I'm here to help you. I'm here from a project that is something like that, that's big, that we have invested in. Pa, 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 pa. It is
You also
it's
got those.
so.
You got the honeypots, the attractive women
Yeah,
too,
yeah, a
trying to get
lot.
you to give them all your crypto money.
Yeah, and some
uh,
of them right now are starting to make translations in Portuguese to bring the people these fish scans, right? And
mhm.
like in this week that I was talking with a girl that wants to bring me uh, work that I needed to bring some comments in McDonald's here in a city near to São Paulo. It's Santos, right? And when I saw this, I was talking with this girl, and when I talk, bro, I know that you are trying to scam me. Oh, okay. So exit, go away.
Be
And I
gone,
was
wench.
blocked like instantly.
And you know it's a neckbeard dude, right? Like you, like it's got like an attractive woman on the cover, but you know it's probably not that. Um, but yeah, so and your deck also mentions things like CSG Play, CSG Art, and even a subscription system. So how does like this ecosystem kind of come together in your mind?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, just like with CSG Play, CSG Art, and different models that you've introduced for
Ah, okay.
education. Would you say it's like an ecosystem you're building for education? Like, and how does this look as it grows over time?
Ah, okay, okay, no problem. The
Yeah.
CSG art is more focused on people that want to enter in the NFT ecosystem, right? And
Mhm.
if you are an artist, you want every Web2 ecosystem artist, all right? You want to know how Web3 ecosystem and NFT collection works, and how to set up a collection that is functionable, have real. benefits for the people that are collecting your art, and collection that are utile to the. Let me see this word. Util. Yeah, useful to the people that are using this collection, and have to buy this collection, know how to use this, not only for hype, but for a real objective, right? And like my collection, Sank Spirals, I bring not only knowledge about something that I like, or something that I search on the internet, but some of them bring like discounts in the CSG Academy professionalizations, but not but bring to um, like a card to enter in a more exclusive community here in our free community, right? And that you have some alphas from the Web3 ecosystem, and you can get some cashback because it's NFT, and if it is an NFT, you can buy, you can sell, you can exchange with somebody, right? And we teach our students how to do this, because a lot of people think if you have only an NFT in a blockchain, this will sell because it's an NFT. No, bro. You need to bring a useful, you need to bring real benefits to the people that are buying this. It's not only a PNG, right? It's not only an image that you bring in a format that you never lost this media, right? It's something that we need to bring like a product, like this bottle here. It's a product, and have water. And why I need to drink water? Because I need to live, right?
Right,
I
there's
need
a
to
benefit. I mean,
integrate.
NFTs are ownership, right? And if you're just if
Yeah,
it's just as simple as a JPEG, it can be as simple as a JPEG. And of course, that
yeah,
whole argument, why don't I just right click save it, right? And I just defeated the model. That applies if there's not a community, if there's not ownership of
yeah,
something, if it doesn't mean anything to actually hold the NFT, like holding a crypto punk, or holding a bored ape, or whatever NFT has been popular over the years, or continues to be. Like that's
so
what
much.
makes it that valuable, is the record of ownership. I mean, and the thing is too, educating people about that is important, because if they don't understand, right, NFTs are just another scam. Like you said, you don't shy away from
Yeah,
that word, because that's what people see it as if they don't have the education, right? They don't understand that this is a record of ownership. This is a way for you to, you could have your own like record label. You could be an artist and sell directly
yeah,
to your fans with NFTs, and not have to deal with music labels. I'm not thinking of the artist who did that majorly here. I should know his name. I'll have to look it up later. But basically, like there are artists that have done this, right, and have been effective
yes,
in just working directly with NFTs, right? And but then you try to talk about NFTs, even like with my own ticketing product, I don't
yeah,
talk about NFTs because it's become like a dirty word. Like I shy
yeah.
away from it
And
because
you
people don't know
want
what it
to change
is.
this, because NFT is not only the monkey that we have that bring us so famous that a lot of famous people buy, right? That some of them don't buy this, but we can use like we use here in CSG Academy, because uh, the the people that are doing the first class that we have here in the Crystal Games Academy have we have bring their this NFT, because we want to the people have a little talent to not only to set up a wallet alone, but to have their first not only the transaction, but the first digital assets that they have in Web3, right? Because it's the best way to get into in the ecosystem, right? Is put your hands in the in a in an NFT, right? And the people want to know that the NFT here, not only here, but NFTs not are only collectible things, right? Like you have like a Pokemon card. But when you talk about a Pokemon card and you talk about a Dragonite, right, or a Pikachu or something like that, the eyes of the people get water sometimes. And then when
Oh, I
talk
get it.
about NFTs, that are something that you have on a blockchain, and we can have this for like a time that will be like eternal, right? The people start to crying, right? Because, oh man, this is an NFT. I don't want to have this in my wallet. Oh man, this NFT is a scam. Oh man, why I have this NFT? But bro, McLaren have NFTs. Manchester United have NFTs. Let me see some. Lamborghini have NFTs. Porsche have NFTs, right? And I know some of these projects that are from these big companies not are so useful, but they are trying to make this right. But here in CSG Academy, we have to bring it to our students this NFTs, not only this bad part of the NFTs. NFTs have a lot of things that you can do, and the things that we can do in NFT is that you can set up, right? Like in my collection, right? I have a lot of things that we can do in my collection. Like the first one is the knowledge that you can get in the art, right? The second one is the imagination. You can imagine a lot of things that when you saw an spiral, right? And not only the name, but the description have a lot of tips that when we can see how I imagine to create this kind of spiral, right? And in CSG Play, we have a build of critical and analytical sense to bring it to projects in Web3, right?
Mm.
Because we know that a lot of projects here in Web3 ecosystem, not only the parts of the games, but the parts of the DeFi and the part of NFTs are sometimes are a scam, but sometimes they are not a scam, but they are not a good project, and they are built in a bad way. Okay, I think we can talk about that. and
Oh, I get you.
Yes, and this bring the death of the project, right? And some of the project that we have in like in 2021 and 2022 of the GameFi ecosystem, like PVU, can be only a lot of bad decisions that can bring the death of the project. Because when I was playing PVU almost to his death, right? And almost to his death of the PVU game, the PVU game it was starting to be a game as it was, right? And it was uh, determined to be there to play the game. What, right? But we don't have more players. We don't have more like developers to develop the game because they don't have more money to bring
Mm.
to the ecosystem of the game, right? But I was getting the entertainment about the game, right? It was fun to play, right? But this it was so late, and it the developers take so much hard work to bring this to the game. Then when it was fun to play, it was the death of the game, right?
Mm.
And it was bad not only for the ecosystem but to the game too, right?
Oh, of course. And that's sad too, because if they don't think long term, if developers don't think long
Yeah,
term about keeping the community, but also the revenue models making sense, you
yeah,
basically you have a point where you have a drop off or you can't develop like quick enough and you just exhaust your wallets, your treasury, whatever. and suddenly you don't have a game anymore. And I mean, that's a whole nother aspect. You've got the people creating the games, you have the people playing the games, and I think that's what's really cool about CSG is that you cover both, and that's what seems to make sense about CSG Play, CSG Art, and how they kind of like play together. Another thing, and we've kind of touched on this a bit, it's kind of related specifically to Brazil, right? So Brazil, we
Okay.
have 10 million crypto investors, right? That's the number I
Yeah.
found. You'll have to tell me if in your experience you've seen more or less, but basically 10 million crypto investors in Brazil. But still, like, it's an emerging region. There still are
Yeah.
probably like gaps in terms of education. So like, what unique challenges are you solving for here? Is it just like helping people avoid scams? Is it people who don't know a lot about fiat versus like crypto? I mean, what are some of like the unique challenges you're seeing that are particular to Brazil?
Okay, bro. Here in Brazil, we have the people here in Brazil love a challenge like cryptocurrencies. Love to enter in this kind of challenge because sometimes the life here in Brazil to the medium Brazilian people is tough, right? And it's hard sometimes to live here. But we know that we have a lot of difficulties here. But Brazil is a good place to be and good country to live, right? But we have some of the difficulties here. And when we start to see the cryptocurrency existing here in Brazil, a lot of people enter this, but a lot of people enter in a not only in a hard way, but in a wrong way, right? And using like meme coins or using like some of the scam projects, but this bring a lot of people that like exit the ecosystem for like in the first time they put a lot of money in like one of this project, and when they lost all of this money, they get out. But the I think the challenge that we have here is to bring more professional people to the ecosystem, not only the Brazilian way, but the in the worldwide ecosystem, right? Because the people not only here in Brazil, but the people that wanted to enter in the Web3 ecosystem needs to know that we need more professionals here, right? Like me, like you, like the people that are here and know how to do this, right? And this is was we are in the last week we were talking with the CEO from Stellar, and in a meeting for the Q3 report from Stellar, and
Because you're one of the
so
crypto stellar ambassadors for Brazil, right?
yeah, we are, and that's why we was in the Meridian in the last month.
Yeah, it was fun.
And the part that we talked about, not only the CEO, but we talk with the people that here in Brazil and the business from the the Web3 system here in Brazil, we know that we need a lot of new professions here because the professions bring more and more people to the ecosystem. But not only this, we need the people that know how to do the things here, right? Because today we have a lot of people that don't know how to use or how to what we can do in the Web3 system, and use like 10 to 20 or something like 30% of the potential of the Web3 system, right? And
Yeah, I think one of the datas that I read was about Campus Party, and I guess it found
yeah,
that like 80% of people want to learn Web3 but are beginners, right? So like I'm
yeah.
assuming that's a difficult onboarding process to get
Yeah, a
through.
lot because a lot of people that not only here in Brazil but here in worldwide are technical people, and these people that are so technical bring the information in a technical way, and a lot of people that want to enter in the ecosystem don't know how to use this data, right? Like I can read to you that smart contract is a structure that you can make swaps. And if you bring this to people that even know what is a Web3, they think that I came like a bad word to him, right?
Like NFT being a bad word, right? And that's kind of like
Yeah,
another
but
thing I was going to
it's
talk
something
about.
that's
You have
so
different
novel
kinds of
to us.
users. Yeah,
Yeah,
because you have different kinds of users. You have technical,
yeah,
non-technical, people from IT backgrounds, people from finance backgrounds, people who just like playing games, right? And you have to
yeah,
tailor your educational program based on those different types of people that you have entering. So I can tell though that like you've thought about all this, and this plays a big part in how you structure CSG Academy and everything that you've done. I mean, in your guide that you had sent me, you talk about Pedro, right? Because we talked about personas earlier,
yeah,
and Pedro is like an individual who he likes to study new technologies like Web3 games, but feels stuck because learning is not always intuitive, right? So like it seems like to me, you just have to have your platform for CSG. It seems like it's geared in such a way to adapt based on the user that you're working with. And is that basically
yeah.
like how it is?
Uh, Sorry, I don't understand this question.
No, no, I'm just it just no, no, no. It's just basically what I'm taking from what you've said is that your model for how you approach different kinds of students from different
Okay.
backgrounds, it's adaptive to them. Like
Yeah, yeah.
you change how the information is presented depending on the person you're speaking with and their background. It's
Yes, yes.
yeah, and that's excellent. Like that's what I think
Thank
is
you.
needed in this space. No, it is, and like I was really summarizing it more than asking a question. But yeah, it's like to me, it's we need more people who have good intentions in the space, who
A lot.
understand that we have different people with different backgrounds. I talk about this as we talk about bridging assets across networks, but do we talk about bridging people across the planet or
Yeah,
just could be bridging people who are neighbors, right? Who have different
yeah.
backgrounds and experiences, but we're trying to teach them about crypto, this new financial revolution. It's important. So I'll go ahead and lead into some questions about Stellar, since we showed Meridian for a minute, and that's how you and I actually got introduced. We
Okay.
we met in line from Meridian, and
Yeah.
yeah, I was curious. So, what got you to choose Stellar? Like, why Stellar as the network that you operate on? What's so special about Stellar?
So, bro, this started like an not funny, but I think in a way that we went it was the first blockchain that we met that wanted to bring the investor program here to Brazil. And not only this, but they want to bring more people to the ecosystem. And this is uh, something that bring my attention to this, because a lot of not only exchange but the blockchains that we have in the ecosystem have only the way to bring more people, and just it, bring more people, only this, bring more people. And when we bring more people, not only to the ecosystem, but to exchange or to the blockchain, and the people don't know how to do this, or not only how to do this, but what we can do with a blockchain or what we can do in an exchange, it's just a number, right? When you bring people to just bring people, it's just a number that you are bringing to the not on the ecosystem, but to the exchange or the blockchain, right? And the sellers bring it in this in a different way. They bring more people, but bring more people that know how we can do how what we can do with them, right? How we can educate these people, or what we can do with these people that we are bringing to our ecosystem, right? And this kind of thing that we was learning in this 1 year of investor here in the stellar ecosystem, but I was like in the alpha of the investors, and it was like 1 year, and we can have like 2 years of investors program, right? uh, bro, it was so different, and because a lot of exchange and some of the blockchains bring like bring more people to us, and that's it. And why we need to bring more people to us? So why you need more people, why you need more wallets, why you need more guys in your Discord, why you need more people in your Telegram, why you need more people in your social medias, right? And the stellars bring us like bring more people, but bring more people that we can uh, make these people studied about Web3, we studied about stellar, studied more about our SCF, that is the Stellar Community Fund, bring more people that can bring us projects that we can use in the Stellar ecosystem. And this is different to us because the Stellar. Wait, sorry? Hello? Paul? You are here? Paul? I think Paul is down right now. Okay, okay. I think, yeah. Okay, okay. We can just continue because I have talked with Paul right here, and okay. Okay, he will be back. Oh, no problem. And I think we can just talk about seller and to talk more about the subject. And the stellars bring to us a mission that is not only to bring more people, but bring more people that can use the ecosystem that we have. Bring the more people that we can use, that they can use our infrastructure, our SCF, the Stellar Community Fund, and they can bring more projects. They can bring a lot of new things, right? And so, guys, the Paul have sent me a message that their internet have crashed, and we'll get with them in a minute. All right. So, guys, if you have any questions about Stellar of CSG Academy, you can bring it in the chat, and I can see. Okay, no problem. Let me see. I will share my screen to bring you how the sunflower land works. Right. So, guys, this is sunflower land. I think it is record. Yes, yes. This is sunflower land, right? And this is a game that we have a partner with. All right. And it's a quick game. It's because it's so simple and have a lot of things to do here. And you can start for free in this game, all right? And I just planting some. What is the name of this? Yam. Okay. And let me show you. And you have here in the in the software land this heifer, right? And with my heifer, you can have like a time warp token, 20 gems, and 25 love charms. All right. I will send this in the private chat. So the guys can send you in the chat from the stream. All right. And here we have a lot of things to do. Like we have the the place that we have our chickens, the place that we can have our cows, and like a Barney, right? And we can let me see. We can start to have more rocks here, and I don't know. It's mine. We can mine some rocks. We can mine some iron. We can mine some gold or even greenstone. That a rock from the game, right? That is we can talk about. That is like our Bitcoin. I think Paul is here. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hello,
think that
Paul.
I think the show. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
All right, I
was
think that
show the people how Sunflower Land worked.
no, I was just gonna say I think the show's better off without me. I go away for a minute. You guys start playing games. Like I should just disappear more often. I don't know if I was talking over at you at one point because I thought your connection dropped and then it told me that it was actually mine. So way for me to assume I always have everything right. But hey, I'm back. I
I
where I
was
left
talking
off.
about.
Uh-huh.
So, what are we talking about?
Yeah. So I'll come back to we were talking about Stellar, and then we were gonna I was gonna get into next. So thank you for showing the games that actually give people a tangible example of what people can do. But I was gonna talk bit about like how Meridian had a strong like cultural layer, had the bateria drums, the samba dancers, churrasco, and all that. As a
Yeah.
Brazil stellar ambassador, yeah, those dancers, right? But as a Brazil ambassador, can you tell me a bit about how you felt the culture of Brazil was kind of brought to this event, and if you think that's kind of something unique about the events put on by Stellar?
Yeah, bro. Here in Brazil, the Meridian here, we think that we can make a lot of things different from the other meridians that we have. We know that Brazil is a place that are so rich in culture, so rich of people, so rich of different things. Different way to think, not only in the Web3 existence, but in our people, right? We are so energetic and in the color. I think it is colors. I don't know. Let me see. Warm. We are hearty, a hearty people. Yeah, and we need to bring this in our all of our events here in Brazil, because we know that a lot of people not that are not from here in Brazil don't know how the things works here. Right? Yeah, and we have a lot of things that are new to people that are not from here, and we need to bring this for the people that are not from here, because we love the things that we have, like brigadeiro, like caipirinha, like churrasco, like açaí. We
Mhm.
want to bring the people like you to try it. Yeah, and I think it is not only the most important things that we have, but bring our culture to the people that we have here, because the Brazil is a country that are continental, right? And here in the Rio de Janeiro we have a culture, in the north we have a culture, in the south we have another culture, and this culture are so mixed with all the people from here, and this is like kind of magical.
It was. No, it was. Like I went to that the ambassadors dinner the night before the event actually started, and that was like a really magical time for me for numerous reasons. One was I had to be on this crazy diet like earlier this year because like I had really severe stomach problems. I was going through a divorce too, like mental health
Well,
crisis.
we
It was
love a lot of condiments.
yeah. It was crazy because like I had to eat a very strict regimen. So like I hadn't eaten like red meat like that in a long time. But I sat down with a group of people also from Brazil who were there for the event. And all of a sudden they're just kind of like, oh, you got to try the churrasco. You got to try the lamb with mint and stuff. And I'm like, can my stomach handle this? Because like it was the first time I'd eaten this much like meat, but I was like going for it because like I was just like trying to connect with these people, and like I can tell like everyone connects, through food as well, because you're getting to enjoy the local culture, the local flavor, as
Yeah.
they say, and like. My God, like I was able to handle it for one, which was like a really like spiritually redeeming experience for me to be like, oh, I can actually eat good meat again and not get sick. Oh, it's so wonderful. But also to like have great conversation with these people and to get to discover what brought them to Stellar, why they were here, like not even like talking shop, just like meeting people, right? And then
Yeah, we
we're
are
in
talking
the
like about the caipirinhas and something like that, and the churrasco that was so good.
Yeah, it was so amazing. And then we're talking, right? And we're having this great conversation, and there's like barely a pause, and all of a sudden, boom, like these performers come in, the batteria, I hope I'm saying that right, but like they're
No,
performing,
that's
and
right.
like and they're taking over, and like the music is just taking over the room, and then these sexy samba dancers come out. I'm like, where am I? What is this? Is this a crypto event? Like, I don't even hear anybody talking about Stellar right now, but this is cool. Like, it was really fun, and I just love the approach that Stellar took to doing that, to like hosting this event.
Yeah.
And that's why like some of the greatest relationships I've met in this space lately have actually come
Yeah, it's the
out
magical
of.
from Brazil.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I met you there. I also met Dayon Radek from Near Intense. He's going to be on the show next week. So it's really exciting, like when you have these opportunities to meet people who come from different backgrounds, who come with different ideas about blockchain or finance or whatever, but like suddenly you're in this space and you're experiencing something you never have before. I also got to see Christ the Redeemer while I was there. I took some time to
Yeah,
kind of see the local sights and sounds. Although the location that it was hosted at, the Copacabana
yeah,
Palace, is also like a venue that Brazil is known for in and of itself. Rio specifically. But yeah, Christ the Redeemer. I'm hoping next time I go to actually take. I think it's like you can take a tram or something up there, but like I just took
yeah,
a I took like a cab up to this other viewpoint that gave you a look out of the city. So like my point
yeah.
of view
It's
of the
awesome.
statue. Yeah, it was beautiful. I just didn't get as close to Christ the Redeemer. I still got to see it, but like I want to get right up there. I want to get right up there and take my selfie in front of the statue because it's remarkable. Like there's so much to see
Yeah.
there. I'm definitely going to be back.
And you get to the crystal redeemer in a lot of different ways. You can get by van, you can get by train, you can get by foot,
Mhm.
right? And the first time I went to the crystal redeemer, it was by foot let me see.
Yeah, you were telling me about how you hiked
Yeah,
up
in a
there, and you're like, you
trail.
gotta,
I was
you're
made a
like, you
trail.
gotta, you're like, you gotta go up there. But I think you saw me. I was wearing a suit, and I didn't really bring much else to wear, and I was just imagining like trekking through mud because it had just rained the day before in my suit, and coming back
Yeah,
all covered in mud, just meridian. I would have done it. I would have made it work. But like, I don't know. I think I should just take a ride up as close as I can get for now. But I want to do that hike. I want to do it so bad. Like it looks like a spiritual trek, right? Is that kind of what it's
yeah,
like
it's
up
awesome
there?
because we can see a lot of animals. We can see a lot of things. Yeah, you can connect with the nature, right? Because the nature is so closed, and we sometimes we can even see the sky, and this
Yeah.
is so awesome because. The first time that I went to the Christ the Redeemer, if you was in a hike, and this hike was so fought, but it when we go to
It's
the
like
to the
three
to the
hours, right?
routine.
It's like a 3 hour hike.
I think we made it in 2 hours,
2 hours.
right?
Okay.
But bro, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's really really awesome.
Yeah, I've got to do it for sure. I mean, just going to where I was at, great view of the city. Still could see the statue, and then like they had these. I can't remember what they're called, but like these monkeys that were around. Do you know what I mean? Um, it was
I
it
know, I
was
know, I know.
super. Yeah, I can't remember the name specifically what they are, but they're so cute. I wanted to
It's
take one home with
Sagui.
me.
I think it was Sagui and some of the. I don't remember the other right now, but the little ones with the big tail.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's called. I think it was a Sagui, right?
Ah, Segway. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I was also on a trip afterwards to see my girlfriend at the time in Argentina, and I told her I was going to bring one of them to her as a pet, and she laughed. I was like, "No, I'm not kidding. I'll go capture that thing right now if you tell me you want it." But no, it was it
I
was
think you will have some problems with the IBAMA that is institution that to protect this kind of animal.
Yeah, I get into some trouble for sure, I think. But yeah, no, it was a wonderful trip, man. And I guess we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about vision for the future, right? We'll bring it back to CSG a bit, and then also I want to talk about Carnival, right? Because I'm wanting to go
All
to that
right.
next year in Rio. But because God, there's so much to do in Rio. It's such
Uh,
a beautiful city, and also you've got Sao Paulo, which is where you're from, which is right
yes.
nearby. That's also a great venue for Carnival. But yeah, to bring it back to CSG for a minute, can you talk a little bit about things like what the future looks like for CSG? What's your roadmap and vision for the future, and how like your partnerships, whether that's Sunflower Land, Ducks, Lupa how those kind of play into that future. So basically, like your roadmap for the future.
So, our roadmap to the future will be like we want to bring uh, esports team with the guys that are from CSG Play, and we have like not only people, but we have I think we have the budget to bring this because we know that X Infinity are more and more competitive, and we need to study more about not only the game but the competitive ecosystem that we have there, right? And we know that we have a lot of other I don't know what I think we have other games that have little space for this kind of competition, but bring a uh, Web3 team for this kind of not only game but for this kind of ecosystem. I think it will be really new, but I think we can do this right. I think we can bring more people to the Sunflower Land and bring more people that for the professional way of the ecosystem, right? Because we wanted to bring more this because uh, one way to stop this the kind of not only scam but the bad people that you have in the system is to bring more professional people for there, right? More ethical people for there, and is one of our plans, right? I think the more plans that we have is bring um, uh, I is a I think it is as exhibition, but let me see here. Yes, an exhibition from the guys that who are study with us the CSG art, right? And we don't know where to do this, but we can. I think we will have a lot of artists that we can bring it this exhibition we can bring this in online, but we want to bring this in a physical way, right? With a lot of screens or on the physical works, or not only works but arts, work arts, right? And I think we can bring more technical content for the people from here, and we have a partner right now with the AB Crypto. AB Crypto here in Brazil is an institutional that wants to bring more educational content for the Brazilian ecosystem of Web3, right? And it is so big, right? Because we have an institutional that are the not only the most important institution, but an institution that we have the right people to bring this, right? And then we have a partner with them, and this is awesome. Another institution that we have a partner is Sebrae here in Brazil, right?
Mhm.
Sebrae here in Brazil is institution that have a lot of projects that help small projects to get bigger, right? To get more structure, to get um more more professionals in their startups, right? It's a startup ecosystem, and we want to bring more and more startups for the ecosystem that we have here of the Web3, right? And Bro, let me see. I think we can. Uh, we are doing this because we are need more hands to the to the web to the CSG Academy. But today we are bringing more people to the web to the CSG Academy system because we need more people to work with us, right? And we have our community, and in this community we have a lot of things to do with the people that are there, right? And bro, I think the future will be awesome because we needed to bring more educational content. We need to bring more people to the system, and not only more people, more professional people to the system, right? I think the future will be there, will be like that. All right, and more people not only to CSG Academy, but more people to the Stellar ecosystem, right? Because Stellar are growing so much, and we need to go with them, right?
Correct. Correct. What's good for Stellar is good for you guys. And like that's also a big part of
Yeah,
any
yeah.
project I'm with. It's like we have to not just think about ourselves as a project, but what we're contributing to the network, right? So like that was kind of like going to be my last question, at least with regards to CSG Academy. We'll have some fun
Okay.
ones at the end, but basically like is there? Do you think there will ever be a token for CSG Academy? And besides that, how can people get involved with CSG Academy?
So, bro, right now the people can buy our NFTs that we have here, but a way that you can get this for free is make our first class, our experimental class, and make our career consulting, right? And right now we have only in Portuguese. Sorry, guys, from the other countries. But today we are only have this in Portuguese right now. We can do this in other language, like English, but our content are made for the people here from Brazil, right? But if you want, and you can accept this challenge to know more about a little bit of Portuguese, we can you can enter in our community and know more about our project, right? And is one of the way, and another way is just follow us on the social media that we have, because we have Instagram, we have X. We don't use a lot of X here, but we use more Instagram because a lot of people that we have here in Brazil and the students, and they are not only in our WhatsApp community, but they are in our Instagram, right? And I think it's the way that the people can connect with us, right?
Wonderful. No, that's awesome. Great. Well, then I'll go ahead and bring back just some bonus or kind of personal questions. I guess what would you say is one lesson from your Web3 journey that still motivates you today?
I think the lesson that we have here is that we have a lot of people that want to do the the good here in Web3 ecosystem, the Brazilian ecosystem. We know that we have bad people, but we know we have a lot of people that want to bring in not only the events, but more people, bring more people to this ecosystem, but in a good way. Bring more professionals, bring more companies, bring more events, bring more things like that, right? I think the lesson that I have learned is we have a lot of people that are doing the bad things like bring meme coins or something like that. But we know that here in Brazil that we have a lot of people that are bringing um, the best events that we have here, like Diogo from NF Talks. Right, it's a friend of mine that we talk a lot here, and we I talk with them a lot, and they bring a lot of lessons to me, right? and one of the lessons is to continuing uh, making our our way that we think is a good way to bring it to the people here in Brazil. Not only the educational way, but bring our culture of education. Right? I think it's this.
I love it. No, I mean that's what I continue to love about this space is people will surprise you again and again. My own developer is a great example, like the tremendous amount of like dedication he has had to like my own project, Cheers Finance. How when we've run into hurdles with budget or technical hurdles, even having him develop something.
Yeah.
He's currently building on Stellar right now, and this is new to him. But he's
Oh, that's
actually writing the
awesome.
he's writing the smart contracts and doing all this when he's typically an Ethereum, like an EVM like kind of builder, a Solidity builder. So it's remarkable to me. Like he's a really great example to me of like somebody who's just went over and beyond just financial incentive to show like how dedicated he is to the project. And I've seen that a lot in this space is people who act not just out of self-interest or financial interest, but out of the good of the community we're trying to build together. And I think that that's
Yeah.
a big reason why I do this show, is why I started out
Yeah.
with what I said about like where I was a year ago versus now. Like all throughout like these past 5 years, the thing that's kept me together has been this wonderful space we're building together. And it's not the tech or the financial incentives, although they're nice when they work out, right? But it is the friends you make along the way, and it's the world that you're building for tomorrow. And I think that's really important. So my last question, probably my most
Okay.
serious question of the show, okay? It's really important. Are we partying at Carnival next year?
I think yes.
Yeah, we definitely got to. You were telling me about it when we had our first call together, about one of the big events that happens in Rio is this big event Carnival, and how people are
Yeah.
dancing in the streets, and like those samba dancers I saw at Meridian, the ambassadors dinner, about how like women are wearing these crazy like amazingly beautiful like outfits, like beautiful women in the streets, like dancing, partying. Like it's
Yeah.
like it looks like a remarkable experience, thousands strong. Is there anything else like you wanted to add in terms of like what that event is like and why people should come to Rio or Sao Paulo for
Yeah.
that? Because it happens in both cities. Like, can you share more about it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's the part of happiness, right? And
I bet.
yeah, bro, the carnival from here, from the southwest, is different from the carnival from the north, and the carnival from like the south is different from. And we have a lot of kind of carnivals here in Brazil. The most two famous is from the São Paulo and the Rio de Janeiro, right? Right. And I think you would like, but this one that are showing in the image is the most common that we have here in Brazil in Avenue, and they have like the cars, they have a lot of people, they have the battery, and it was so energetic, right?
Yeah, no, it looks exciting, right? And that's that one's in Rio, or that's in Sao Paulo. I think this
This
one's in
one
Rio.
I think is in Rio. I think it
Okay.
is in Rio.
Well, I'll have to look at my plans next year and figure this out, because I really want to go. Maybe I'll figure a business trip out of it. We'll figure something out. But yeah, it was really like wonderful having this episode with you, Mateus. It was great like getting to know you at Meridian. It's also been wonderful being introduced not just to what you're doing at CSG Academy, but also like getting to know Brazil better from you, and
Yeah.
like how Brazil has shaped your journey and how it will continue to shape it in the future. So thank you again for coming on, and just, yeah, if there's anything else you want to say, otherwise we'll wrap.
Okay, bro. I need to thank you, not you, but the people that work with you, and all the people that are coming for this podcast, right? And this live stream, and I love to be here. It was really really awesome. It was awesome to talk with you, Paul, and. We talk a lot, yeah, and the time passed so fast. And
It does.
guys, I think the last word that I have here is follow us on our social media, like it's Crypto Games, all right, in all social medias, Instagram, Facebook, X, and in the WhatsApp. I know that um, um the country that I'm not from here, Brazil, and it's not so common to use WhatsApp. It's more common to use Telegram. But here in Brazil, it's so common to use WhatsApp, right? And it's because why our community are in here in WhatsApp, right? And thank you a lot. Thank you for the people that are here watching us. For you, Paul, to invite me to be here, right? And all the people that are working to make this happen, right? Thank you a lot.
Of course, everybody who's watched the show as well, thank you for watching, and we'll have another episode of DeFi Expectations next week with Near Intense, Day on Radic. Talk soon. See you guys soon.
See you guys soon. Thank you.